My ex-wife keeps showing up, and today I realized she's been here even when I wasn't. I live in a suburb outside a small Ohio town. From the outside, it's picture perfect. Clean sidewalks, trimmed lawns, the occasional smell of barbecue drifting over from a neighbor's backyard. But lately, my street feels wrong. My ex-wife and I divorced 8 months ago after I caught her cheating. The split was brutal, but at least we had one boundary. We'd only talk about Murphy, our golden retriever. This morning, 9:15 a.m., I was having coffee on the porch when her white Honda Civic rolled past, slow, like she was casing the house. She made eye contact. No wave. 5 minutes later, the doorbell rang. She stood there with a cardboard box. "Brought you some of your stuff," she said, smiling like we were still married. Inside, 3 mugs, one chipped, my old college hoodie, and my spare toothbrush, the one I'd left at her bathroom over a year ago. "Thanks," I said, but my voice sounded flat. She stepped inside without asking, walked straight to the kitchen, opened the fridge, commented on my groceries like she'd bought them herself. Murphy padded over and she crouched down, whispering into his fur. I couldn't catch it all, but I heard one line clearly. "We'll be a family again soon." She lingered for 30 minutes, wandering through my house. She touched picture frames. She trailed her fingers along the hallway wall. She glanced into the bedroom and smiled. At 9:42, I lied and said I had somewhere to be. She walked to the door but paused, looked over her shoulder, and said, "I'm glad you haven't changed anything. Makes it feel like I never left." When she was gone, I locked the door. Then I checked all the locks twice. That's when I noticed something I'm sure wasn't there before. On the kitchen counter, next to the coffee maker, sat a mug from the set we'd bought together years ago. The thing is, that mug wasn't in the box she brought. It was clean but warm, and the coffee inside it was still steaming. I didn't touch the mug at first. I just stood there, staring at the thin red print of lipstick on the rim, watching the faint swirls of steam drift upward. My own coffee, made just an hour earlier, had already gone cold. Murphy sat in the doorway to the kitchen, head tilted. His tail wasn't wagging, he was still, like he was waiting for something. I grabbed a paper towel, picked the mug up, and dumped the coffee into the sink. The liquid was still hot enough to make steam rise from the drain. My first thought was that she'd made it while I was in the living room, but I'd been with her the whole time. She never once went to the kitchen without me seeing. Unless I walked through the house slowly, checking each room again. Nothing out of place, except for one thing. The hall closet door was open a few inches. I knew I'd closed it earlier. When I pulled it open, there was nothing inside but coats and an old vacuum. But the smell of her perfume was strong, like she'd been standing in there just moments ago. I didn't sleep much that night. I kept replaying the morning in my head, trying to figure out if I'd missed a moment, some little gap where she could have slipped away and done this. The next day, I came home from work and found something on my bed. It was my old wristwatch, the one I lost before the divorce. The leather strap was still worn where it fit my wrist. It was set to 9:42, the exact time she left yesterday. I didn't touch the watch for a long time. It just sat there in the middle of my bed, catching the afternoon light like it had been placed for me to find. The last time I'd seen it was 2 years ago. I'd given up looking for it after tearing the house apart back then. I assumed it had slipped behind some dresser or gotten lost during a trip. But now, here it was, set to the exact minute she'd walked out of my door yesterday. Murphy stood in the doorway, whining softly. I couldn't tell if he was reacting to my unease or to something else entirely. I picked up the watch, turned it over, and felt my stomach tighten. The back plate was scratched. Not random scratches. Letters. Just 3 of them. H-O-M. My mind kept trying to fill in the missing letter. Home. That night, I pushed a chair under the front door handle, checked every lock, and even slid a metal bar into the track of the sliding back door. I told myself it was just for peace of mind. At 2:14 a.m., Murphy started barking. Not the mailman bark, but the deep, sharp kind I'd only heard once before, when a raccoon tried to get in through the dog door. I got up, grabbed the flashlight, and found him standing in the hallway staring at the closet. The same closet she'd opened during her visit. The door was closed now. I stood there for a full minute listening. Then I heard it, the faintest sound of fabric shifting.